Mind you, to clean up what you're saying, I like their plugins a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Steven, and Steven
is cool as hell. Can I be honest? No, Steven got a cult because when I big up the Waves NX headphone.
Yeah,
thing,
people go for VSX.
Like, bro, VSX is way better. It's like the thing I like about the NX is that I can use any pair of headphones.
Right.
But I guess that VX got to be crazy.
Bro, everybody, I'm not going to lie.
Cool.
When it comes to all the headphones that people name as far as emulation, it's always VSX.
Can I tell you what's nasty about the VX that I don't... No, I'm not going to say it because Steven's watching this. What? And I really rock with you. I'm not going to do it.
Okay, don't do it then. I don't know. It's your life. All right.
But welcome to my Studio Nerds podcast. This podcast for studio nerds like yourself. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, but really comment. Leave your @ name, and we can give you one of our plugins, but like a gold limited edition version that people don't really have.
Beautiful.
Like, it's beautiful. It's nice. I don't got one of them, but you know, I got hackers for that.
That's crazy.
And
that's
become a member, bro. Support the channel. Support us. And we give you a bunch of perks from money to the store all the way to early access to plugins, free plugins actually, and crazy group chat that literally is ringing as we speak.
Absolutely, all the time.
But to my left, well, first of all, my name is Sweater, formerly known as LG, and I use FL Studio.
I like that.
And to my left.
To the left, is your boy Devvon Terrell, Pro Tools user, and then Courtney has something to actually clear up, which I was like, oh snap, I do remember that.
Word.
Go ahead.
It's 12, by the way.
It's
so
what?
12.
Oh, 12.
Man,
I thought you said Dawse. Like
Sensei.
Sensei, Dawse. I was like, I don't know what you're doing, but we tried to do the math. Okay.
They cooking. But no.
That's you.
You asked a good question. But also, too, when LJ does speak with his confidence and assuredness, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to lie. He might be cooking us in the information department. And I know you and me stress about, like, our information.
Yes.
But when he be confident about it, it's like, and the two of us be like, he might be wrong. And we look at him and we be like, this nigga's actually right. How do you do that?
When Sweater is confident, we all be like,
no way. We check it out. It's like, damn, he was right.
I don't know.
And you was right. But I may tell a joke.
He
was right. I'll never tell a lie.
A lie. Ooh. See?
That's actually, you snitching on yourself.
He's not.
Did you not hear what I said? I may tell a joke, but I'll never tell a lie.
I know. But
even in my jokes, there's a lot of truth.
There's truth.
That's what I'm saying. Woo! But sometimes you joke with someone, it's like, I'm really telling you the truth, but I'm joking. It's like, you snitching on yourself.
The only lie I've told this whole episode is that Slate, that only 3 people use Slate Digital. But that's a well-known lie. Mad people use Slate
he's making
Digital.
it look good.
So the funny thing is, he made me remember Steven Slate
does not own Slate Digital. Because I was wondering, I was like, does he? And
that's
so,
right?
Yes. So no, Steven Slate does not own Slate Digital, which was co-founded by him and Fabrice Gabriel, if I'm saying that wrong.
Legendary,
let me know.
by the way, Fabrice.
In 2008, but was acquired by Audiotonics in late 2022. So as of the past 3 years.
SSL
so he... No,
Audiotonics?
SSL bought
SSL and Slate together.
Yeah, Slate Digital.
Oxford. They both. So that's confusing to me because Steven Slate did own
at one
Slate.
point. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so he did at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I always knew that it was two separate things.
I always knew. I felt like I've noticed that last time because the sites were separate.
Yes,
because I was going to the VFX and I was looking at their mic. The hardware, but it wasn't the same as Slate Digital, so I was wondering about that. But
and yes, you're right.
So question: is Steven Slate our Neve, our generation's Neve?
That's a great question. Let's get back to this. And yes,
you're
right.
How would he be our generation's Neve?
There's a lot of similarities where they were starting companies, selling them off, using their namesake to create things, bring them out to us, and revolutionize an area, give it to a company, and do it all over again. Like that's something that Slate did. I mean, not Slate. Neve did.
I'm trying to think about those parallels that you're creating, and I'm just like, I don't see it.
And to that degree though, he is right.
How?
Because I did just look it up. Audiotonics, LJ does in fact also own SSL as well.
So they own SSL and Slate?
And Slate Digital.
Right, Slate Digital.
Not Slate Audio.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Them owning Slate Digital?
Steven Slate Audio is different from Slate Digital,
yes.
But yes, he co-founded that. He's no longer the proprietary owner of it.
Because
so Rupert Neve was associated with Neve Electronics, of course, Rupert Neve Designs, of course, AMS Neve, and Focusrite.
Damn. Focusrite, a lot of people don't know.
Yeah. And I feel like in the digital age, Steven kind of did that. He co-founded a very successful, I would say, one of the top 5 digital brands that is Slate Digital.
Okay.
But also, the modeling world, he's fucking taken, ran with it with not only the microphone but the VSX.
So that's what you're giving the credit for, is for the emulation and the modeling like technology.
How about say the production
and
microphone
the eggs
emulation
not being in one basket.
Yeah. You know what I will say about him though, or about
the company
Slate Digital in general? Their VL, is it M1? I always say it wrong. I have the mic.
The microphone, the condenser microphone emulation is the ML1.
The ML1, we found it for $300 the other day.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's it's not expensive. It's
not
expensive.
Which is crazy because last year when we were doing, remember that little streak where we had like a lot of clips coming out on it from us?
Yeah.
It was at the $600 mark. And I was like, oh, perfect.
Right.
Now that it's $300, which makes me think, I'm like, and this is not to get into another section of it, of the conversation, but I'm like, damn, are we gearing up for the ML2?
I don't know, but I will say this, something that I found out the other day that shocked me. Stuart White is recording Beyonce on an Avalon preamp.
The Avi story continues.
He said it the other day.
I got you. I'll clip it up for you.
Shout out Ivan. Thank you, bro.
Fire.
I think it was Ivan that interviewed him like a rapid fire, and he named Beyonce's entire mic chain. Bro, I was like, he said Avalon, and I was like,
hey, can I say something? We brought it back.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
We did
Come on,
it,
bro.
They exploded into existence.
We did, but we did. We did.
We did not.
We did.
No, you did.
But we did, man.
Did.
We got you.
Shout out.
We talking about it because all of a sudden.
Nah, shout out Guru, because Guru did use the Avalon. I did a session with Guru not too long ago, probably a few weeks back, and he opened up the plugin, the Avalon plugin on me.
And he used that on you.
Yeah,
interesting.
It's gonna find its way into my chain.
Type. Can I play Ivan's Beyonce vocal chain?
Of course, absolutely.
Please. Like, hey, real quick, just had a huge favor that I wanted to ask you, and that is, could you please subscribe to the channel? It would mean so much to the growth of this podcast, as well as ensure that we're able to do more and more cool things on this channel on a weekly basis. So once again, it would mean so much. It would be a huge favor to us, and it would help us so much. Please subscribe to the channel. Okay, now, back to your episode. Shout out Ivan.
Chain of Beyonce. 251, 737 mic pre, Tube Tech Seal 1B, Waves de-esser, Arcom, CLA 76, a Fab Filter EQ, Fab Filter de-esser, Decapitator, or the air distortion if we need a crazy vibe. Reverb, sometimes Percosti, Modulate, Echo Boy, and EC300.
Yo, that sounds like Buggy's change. Wow. Reverb, but that's probably like just like his palette of reverbs that he has, because he named a few different reverbs. But he using the 251. He said he's using the Avalon.
What's very intriguing is what he just said, the de-esser, because I always love that.
What? Damn, the Avalon to the Tube Tech. My gosh, what does that sound like?
What do you mean?
No, it sounds great. It probably sounds great.
I'm about to say, have you never tried it?
Can I rewind just a tad?
Yeah,
I do gotta give Steven Slate one more company.
Oh, I would love this.
What do you mean?
Slate Media Technology.
What's that?
Which created the Raven. How can we forget?
Yo,
like Slate really might be the invent. Like he's nice.
Yo, I'm not gonna. Yo, can I say something? I wanted. I wanted. No. Raven, the desktop. You talking about right?
The desktop.
The touchscreen. Bro, it's called the Raven or the Maven?
Raven.
Can I be honest with you? I wanted that for so long, that Raven desk.
He's responsible for that.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of would, but it just doesn't make sense. For me, it just doesn't make sense. But it's
also
fire.
The Steven Slate drums, I didn't know that was a different company, but
yes. So that's Trigger. Trigger
I mean,
2.
that's his name, yeah.
Trigger 2 is on his Steven Slate site.
Trigger, the drag-on compressors, Steven Slate audio.
Got you.
VSX headphones.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie, he's really that guy.
I agree with him.
He's great. He was in our comment section about with the Bob Horn situation. He was in it. He was like, I just tested it. You know, he had his opinion about it, which we appreciate. Can I bring up one other thing? Can I bring up one thing that you just made me realize? As far as HMD, as far as like making plugins, right? I don't want to make emulations of hardware.
Yeah, thank you.
Like, I don't want to make the same EQ, the same compressor, the same stuff that everyone's like trying to emulate and chase. I would like to say to everyone, as far as plugin companies, yo, let's make something new. Make a compressor I've never heard. Make an EQ I've never heard. Like, let's try something. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, because I was thinking to myself the other day, I was like, okay, compression-wise, just like starting a new plugin, I was like, okay, what's the next compressor I would probably try? And I was like, okay, the natural trajectory feels like, oh, you create an emulation, a 76 emulation and stuff. And I was like, no. I was like, how about I make the compressor I've always wanted? You know what I mean? A compressor that when it compresses the mid-range and stuff, it kind of bumps the upper mid. Like, I was like, oh, I started to think like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna make a compressor. Another one.
I feel like there's I'm not gonna say a lack, because there are a lot of creative plugins. So I will choose my words really wisely. Okay. But it forces people to just be a little creative and find something new. I feel like sonically there are places that we might have not gone yet. And I feel like this overwhelming desire to recreate plugins or recreate pieces that have been recreated a lot. Just legacy pieces in general. I feel like we're losing the plot, guys.
Yeah.
We're supposed to move forward.
Let's move forward, man. Yeah.
Even when it comes down to like instrument plugins, like there's a lot of people that love recreating the Rhodes, recreating like the Yamaha, whatever, the DX7, all of that. If Arturia did it, don't do it, please. If Korg already did it, don't do it, please. We have it, and we're
that's why I personally
stuff like Omnisphere. I love that Omnisphere, even though it may have some of those recreations in there. There's so much that is unique in there. Speaking of which, I'm giving up on Spectrasonics in 2025.
And for what do you mean by that?
It's like waiting for another Rihanna album.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. So waiting for
what Cassidy said.
Waiting for a
what
new
Cassidy said.
Waiting for a new Spectrasonics plugin for him.
It's like wiping your nose and your butthole with the same napkin. Shit's not happening.
Shit's not happening. I was
thinking about the we've been waiting for Spectrasonics to drop a new plugin for them.
Go ahead. Wait, come on now, because to be fair,
I'm still waiting for it.
This has nothing to do with none of that. It's the epithet. Which process occurs first?
What do you mean?
Am I wiping my nose first or my booty first?
About to talk about the damn.
You see what I'm saying?
Anyways. You wiping your butt first?
You see?
No.
Are you dumb?
Because if you wipe your nose first.
No, because I'm thinking about the order of it. Shit's not happening.
I never put that together. That is insane. Anyway, I never put that.
Y'all never caught that?
No, I never caught that. Shit's not happening. No, come on, stop. No, I'm not letting that fly. I'm not letting that fly.
I'm retired for the rest of the episode.
Shout out Cassidy.
By the way, if Cassidy's watching, slide.
Slide.
I love an episode with you, bro.
That's a fact.
You have no idea, bro. Because I think he was using FL. It sounded real FLE.
Shit's not.
Remember when Cassidy was making his beats? It was real FL Studio. Please slide through. We would love to talk. And I'm not even joking. We're not laughing. I'm so serious. We love to talk about that journey of just producing. Royce the 5'9" also became a producer.
Yes, he did.
And he just started making his own beats. Like, I would love to talk.
Wait, recently?
Yeah.
I thought he'd been producing.
I could be wrong, but I remember one of his most recent albums, maybe the last 5 years.
No, he'd been producing.
Oh, then I could be wrong.
Roy's been producing for years.
In the last 5 years, he put out an album that was only his beats. And I feel like he was talking about it like it was a new journey.
No, he been a producer.
And I'm
Royce?
But he probably didn't step into the mainstream of it.
No, he been. I think he been producing, bro. I don't know about that one. Yeah,
shit's not happening. But anyway, Spectrasonics.
Shit's not happening.
Like, it's like waiting for a Rihanna album.
It is, but I still will not count them out. We also did.
If you had to put your money on it right now, parlay.
What's the up and over? However you speak
not
about.
over under. It's just literally, will they drop a plugin in 2025?
No,
exactly.
No.
Do you think they'll drop a plugin in 2026?
Probably not.
Exactly.
Can I be honest with you?
2027.
Rumors.
I'm about to say before 2030 for sure.
Rumors need to cook a little before a plugin like that of that magnitude drop, because we know someone would have told. Not someone would have kind of talked.
In 4 years.
Output hasn't put out a plugin in 4 years.
No, they just put out their first plugin in like more than 4 output. Once it becomes unforeseeable to where I'm not, because now even if they put one out tomorrow, I'm not gonna say it has to be great. It has to be great.
No, it has to be amazing.
It has to be great.
Hey, we got Serum 3 too.
And then we're ready.
And then you know what I think it is
Serum
too?
2.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Scale of 3. Sorry, I was thinking Scale of 3 came out too. We got Serum 2.
Yeah. We got Serum 2.
I think Pigments 8 came out.
Oh, we finally got
I've been
Serum
off
2
Pigments since 5. I've been off of it. I haven't used it since 5. Yeah.
I could be wrong. Maybe 7. But
you got to show me some of that Serum 2. But what I will say as well about it too, when it comes to Spectrasonics updating or just dropping a new joint, I think where their niche that they could really hit and dominate in is their multi-track / multi-sample crowd.
Who?
Spectrasonics.
Yeah,
because keep in mind,
they
I
haven't
told
made
you,
like a sampler.
I told you. I told them earlier. This year, just for an experimental purposes, locking off of Rickenbacker bass, Scribey Rickenbacker bass, to go back to Trillion, because I didn't know, and LJ could let us know if he knew about this, because me and Dev did not know about this. Trillion has a key switch mode, like a live, type.
Same with Native Instruments' guitars.
Type, right?
Key switch? What do you mean?
But whereas Native Instruments makes products that's like geared towards like marketing wise, this is a key switch guitar. This is a key switch bass. You do something in the left hand down here, you're gonna change the articulations of what you're playing.
I don't think Trillion has that.
Trillion
key switch.
That's what I'm saying, right?
What is that? Feature?
So basically, you could switch it to muted. You could switch it to slide, like.
Sustain,
so you could change the expression of it. You're saying
expression.
Okay.
With a
you
single
said key switch. That's what I was like.
Yeah, because you could use the
what it's
keys to
called.
switch.
Oh, key. I'm thinking of music. I'm thinking of scales. I'm sorry.
No,
you're saying the actual physical keys.
You switch it via
use the keys to switch.
Okay.
So Trillion has that.
Okay.
Now Omnisphere doesn't have that, but in a similar sense, they have the multi-track function where obviously this MIDI whatever is one sample, this MIDI whatever is one sample. And I've been getting into like producing with multi-track instruments. There's a lot of power in that. And I think they can kind of like to a point where it's just like maybe it doesn't have to be a Trillion 2 or a
they can just update their plugin.
Omnisphere 2. It could be a bigger update that's just like, now we're appealing to one specific feature within that plugin.
This episode is supported by Colossal, and today we're excited to tell you about Drops, their brand new product for producers and beat makers. When selling beats and collaborating with artists online, us producers are jumping around to different apps. File sharing, emails, DMs, and payments, and it can get really overwhelming to stay on top of it all. This is where Drops by Colossal comes in. It brings together all the essential tools and simplifies the whole beat buying and selling experience. Creating a drop is super fast. Just upload your beat to Colossal and you get a unique drop link that you can share with artists in DMs on your socials. Drop is one of the best experiences that you as a producer can give to an artist that you work with. It looks amazing. An artist can buy a license in seconds. And when you sell a beat, you instantly get paid to your PayPal account. Drops is free to use with no subscription fees and available right now. Sign up at colossal.fm/producers to get started. I will say this about what you just said. I feel like they could keep themselves afloat just by putting out cool updates with the plugins.
That's what I'm saying.
But I haven't even felt like I haven't seen an update from them in a long time.
Or rather, it's been marginal.
Spectrasonics.
Well, they put out the last update I remember was they added like the sonic extensions to the Omnisphere.
Yeah,
in 2023.
I remember that. I do remember that. But he was like,
can I be honest, man? I'm mad at y'all. So pardon my attitude.
Who? Spectrasonics?
Yes.
Why are you mad at them?
Because it's been 10 years, gang.
I hear you.
Can I be honest with you? Can I say this?
We've gotten 4 Nexuses in the since the last time we got it.
OD.
We've had 3 presidents since the last time we've had it.
Can I say where I appreciate it though? If you ain't got something that, if I'm Spectrasonics, if I ain't got something that I feel like is gonna be groundbreaking, I'm not gonna put something out for the appeasement of like, I ain't putting nothing out.
But there are so many places that to that I understand the love in that.
Sure.
But at the same time, I also credit it to, are y'all being creative enough? Are y'all having the sessions where y'all just throw ideas at the board and enact and create? You know what I mean? Because at the same time, if y'all don't have nothing new, how about y'all give us a synth line for Keyscape? Imagine if Keyscape came out with an update that was straight. You see, all right, we got Juno, the Juno pack, the Moog pack, all that for Keyscape.
Okay.
Something like that. Or a new plugin that's just those synths all in one. That's the same way Keyscape is all pianos and
I can understand.
What about guitars? What about like there's horns? Like there's so many places they can go. I understand not putting anything out for the F of it, but at the same time, understand y'all place in the marketplace and how I understand time is quality as well.
I feel like it's like a Fab Filter.
Innovation doesn't really
Fab
stop.
Filter, we've had 7 new Fab Filter plugins since the last time we've had.
But they're not the fastest. Like we're due for an L3.
But still, innovation doesn't stop.
Yeah, but we just got a R2.
Yeah, but R2.
We got a Q4.
We got a Q4. No, that was big. No, Q4 was massive. That was a massive, like, they gave us a new approach for it.
I'm pretty sure neither of you niggas was looking for?
What?
There's now apparently a Volcano 2.
A what?
You remember their Volcano shit?
Yes.
Yeah. There's a Volcano 2.
What did Volcano 2 do? What did Volcano do?
Synth? I believe.
People ignored the hell out of their synth, though.
Volcano 2? Because there's what's the other synth? There's one.
I remember that. Micro One.
Yeah.
Something.
Yes.
One.
Micro One and Volcano. I think it's Micro One and Volcano.
I think Volcano was a synth that they made, but they didn't really promote that.
No,
it wasn't really promoted.
But that's the thing I said too, right? Like outside of Pro Q4, because obviously the audio community Pro Q4. I didn't know they dropped Pro R2 when Pro R2 dropped.
I didn't know they dropped Pro R2 either. I think I saw like Wavy Wayne posted or something like that.
Can I double back on what you said? If that was the case, then what the hell was Sonic extensions?
I don't know what that was. That was an expansion, right?
But that's what I'm saying. You're saying not putting something out for the F of it. I feel like that's kind of what Sonic Extensions was.
Yeah.
So I'll say this. I feel like, for instance, with a company like Output, right? I feel like Output focused most of their energy on arcade, rightfully so. It smacks. But remember their other plugins?
Absolutely.
You remember analog strings, brass and analog brass,
so there's a difference.
Something else. But they have not made packs for those.
So there's a difference.
Even the effects, the thermal and portal, like
tight.
but at the same time, the only cop out I could give is y'all put your all into a subscription plugin that worked, people loved, and y'all updated every day.
They do.
So I can't say y'all not.
That's why I'm saying I feel like they put all their energy in arcade.
Atmosphere 1 came out 25 years ago. No, I'm dragging it.
Whoa. That's probably possible. Yes.
No,
wouldn't.
I'm not even.
Atmosphere 1?
Yeah.
It came out in 08, so that's 15
Oh, that's
years
like,
ago.
no. I was,
That's 6.
I was 20.
Yeah,
Can we not
20,
do that?
I was 21.
Version 2 was 2016.
That was 16 years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
No, version 2 was 10 years ago this month.
So it was 4 years.
2014,
So 4 years later, they dropped Omnisphere 2.
No, we can't do math.
6 years.
6 years
later, they
So
dropped.
6 years later.
7 years later.
Yeah, roughly.
7 years later, they dropped 2?
They dropped
Yeah.
2.
Damn, that was a long
But
time.
in between, they had Trillion. They had
Keyscape.
And then they
Cyrus,
had-
whatever the drum one is.
Keyscape is their last plugin. That dropped in 16.
Keyscape is their last plugin?
Yeah. New. So, and also to your point, it's kind of like, shout out.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm so sorry. We sounded really slow trying to do all that.
Yeah, all
Y'all
that
know we
mad,
can't
too.
do I ain't ashamed.
But shout out to remember
dope.
the conversation we brought up with Simone when it came to Cardi B, and there's a lot of stuff outside of just artists, products and stuff like that. We see this happening with marketing. It's a lot of it comes down to a marketing sense. A lot of times, it's harder to like how people say about for context, how people say about Cardi, like, oh, maybe a lot of us think, why should take it so long with this second album? Look how well that first album did, and look how long ago that was.
I'm not gonna. Okay.
It's a very big thing to live up to. Look how long ago Omnisphere was.
I hear you.
What is that next move for us, right? Yeah. Versus where I think Levens is absolutely right. There is a bigger value, especially in today's community, of exploring this cracked. Let's explore a facet in this thing that cracked versus trying to make a whole new thing
But you can make
that we're hoping to crack as much as that thing.
You can make a whole new thing. Imagine if Spectrasonics today, they announced Stringscape. And not only is it acoustic guitars and electric guitars, but it's charangos. It's the fat Mexico guitars.
Word.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know something. I don't know what it's called, but I know
ukuleles, like all of that. Every string plucked instrument you can think of that's not a bass in one plugin. Stringscape. Boom. Broke the internet.
Yeah, that would
I'm
kill.
reading this right
That
now
would
because
kill.
Keyscape was their last plugin in 2016, 9 years ago. But I was looking and I was like, when did Trillion come out? Trillion came out before Omnisphere 2 and a little bit after 1 because I'm reading the forum and apparently people were pissed off at Spectrasonics in 09. It came out in 09.
What came out on that?
Trillion. But it kept getting pushed back. They announced it for May 2009. Then it came out. Then they pushed it to June. Then Michael Jackson died, so they said late June. I'm kidding. They had nothing to do with Michael Jackson. I'm just putting this in perspective for y'all. I'm putting in perspective of what time But they pushed it to October 2009, and that's when it came out. But it just kept. Oh, actually, pardon. It wasn't because Michael Jackson died. It was a Spectrasonics team member that passed away. So,
oh man,
that's why it got pushed back. But Trillion passed. Trillion got pushed back so much. You know what I mean? They're used to disappointing us, I guess.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the moral of the story.
But they don't.
It's a lot of factors.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not even putting pressure on them because in the back of my mind, bro, I'm cool, right? Like I'm cool. Native Instruments been banging.
It's a strange thing.
bro.
It's a strange thing as an innovative
that hasn't
company.
changed Like when you put it in perspective, we had a global pandemic since the last time we got a Spectrasonics
I'm about to say,
plugin.
and to be
we've had 3 presidents, we've had six Drake albums, and we've had the only thing that hasn't changed is we haven't had a new GTA since.
Yo, GTA 6, bro.
Just about.
GTA 6, bro.
And kind of, can I be honest? GTA is Spectrasonics because this long gap did not exist.
You know what's
back
so crazy?
And let me say this.
You know
Because
what's
in
crazy?
between every GTA was like 2 years.
When GTA 6 dropped, though.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, at least they announced it. At least they teased it.
They told us.
They didn't
yeah.
kept giving us DLCs.
But that's why I feel like there's
they did,
there's no Omnisphere 3 in sight because there's just, I'm not hearing anything
That's what
about
I'm
it.
saying.
But why not give us something?
I hear you.
Something.
Or get bought out. Let Native Instruments buy them.
No, that's OD, bro.
I'm
Native
not
Instruments
gonna
can't
lie.
own everything. They own Isotope. You open it up by Isotope plugins and seeing Native Instruments inside is always been throwing
Brainworks,
me off.
Plugin Alliance.
It's consolidating the industry. That's
yeah.
why as a small
First of all, Native Instruments.
that's a clip.
I know he might not be on that side, but hey, if y'all got an offer for H&B,
I'm on that side.
Just say the word.
What are you talking about?
I'll sell y'all to Rosetta.
You will not sell. Listen, as a small plugin company, not gonna lie, it's like get in now or be left. What? If they gave to me to sell the 3 plugins?
I just told him a number. I'm not saying it.
To sell all 3?
No, just EQ. Hey, can I be honest?
Damn.
That's the one that you kind of gifted me a piece of. Yeah. I'm gonna come to you like, hey, remember what we said?
Nah, F that. Let me tell you something. Somebody had brought up to me that was like, yo, that'd be dope to have a channel that to be built
HMD
into
channel
channel rack. To be built into a channel rack of a thing as far as the Rosetta EQ, what you call it. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, that'd be kind of cool. But yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I've
The
never even thought about that.
channel strip on the way, man.
No, it's not. I'm definitely not making that.
I think
With
we
the
should.
black vortex in it, that'd be hard.
Exactly.
That channel strip would.
You literally have the 3 pieces.
Built-in reverb.
Compressor, EQ, and a front to back panner. You tripping?
You make it. You
wildin'.
re-algorithmize it as a panner.
Bro. Because think about it, bro. That that channel script will be crazy.
And it's literally just
front to
the
back.
difference is it's literally just knobs that we know what they mean.
Yeah.
So put it out. I gave you the idea live on air. So yeah.
That sounds like a
can I
plug-in
tell you
development
something?
nightmare.
Can I tell you something?
So?
Would you be mad if I brought the tech idea thing that I talked to you about earlier today?
Hell no. You talking about the new thing we working on?
No.
Yo, I was like, you say that, I got
a plug-in idea.
Remember the TV joint that I mentioned earlier today?
Oh, do not say that.
No,
The
I think
TV joint.
that's a horrible idea. And the reason why I think it's a horrible idea is because it's gonna cost too much, Courtney.
Can I give you a plugin
It's
idea?
gonna cost too much.
Can I give you a
I'm
plugin
gonna
idea?
express it after he's done. Go ahead. Do you think?
So plugin.
I'm expressing. I'm
I'm
expressing.
gonna
plugin is-
express it. I'm
So
gonna express it.
I was not talking, but I was messing with ChatGPT, and I realized how
Go ahead,
powerful
get it off.
ChatGPT is, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, what if, not a plugin, but maybe a program that's an AI, session transfer. Like I will open up my FL Studio session, drag the file into the program, and then say convert to Pro Tools, and move all the plugins, all of that AI. Bro, can I tell you something? That would break the internet.
That would
That'd be
destroy
hard.
everything.
That'd be hard.
And the only limitation would be the plugins.
Yo, bro, somebody gotta be developing that right now.
No.
Yeah.
Somebody gotta.
No.
Well, I put it out in the world first, so I want my 2%. Thank you.
Yo, what
Somebody
happened to
gotta
the?
be
What,
developing
this is
that.
why I said it on the
AI plugin. See if it's possible.
This is
Let's
why
try
I
to
said
make it happen.
This is why I said it on the.
No, it's possible.
Then can we make it happen?
I don't have the funding for it. Bro,
Man,
that's hundreds of thousands.
But this is
of
what I
dollars. It
said
would cost.
on-
I know how much it costs to make something. It would cost hundreds of
But
thousands.
this is what I
of
said on
dollars.
one of the other episodes.
Find out from your guy. Just ask.
My guy's gonna be like, yo, bro.
You asked
He
for a
said
lot.
he's trying to change the world.
But just ask.
But that's
Just
what I
ask.
was
Just be
trying
like,
to
yo,
say.
if I gave you, well, how much money would I have to give you right now?
Realistically, yeah.
To see if you could do it.
The only way I could get it off is if I say, yo, I'll give you a percentage of it, and just no pay. I'll
And the
give
thing
you a
is,
percentage.
I don't want to put it out. We sell that. We sell that IP to somebody.
Oh, you saying we created it?
And then sell it.
Yeah.
Boy, Spectrasonics come back with that.
But
and this is
but
big.
but remember.
No, this is.
But
this,
remember.
this was.
But remember.
This is the StudioNerds Podcast.
But remember.
We're all
Wait,
done
hold on,
here.
Hold on. Keep in mind.
Yo, this has been. I said no. This was.
Keep in mind. He's right. Because remember what I said to you with our idea that you thought I was talking about.
Okay.
And iLock. He's like, it's coming together. He's like, wait a second.
Please explain this BS.
I'm not doing that. But not that one.
We make the new eye lock. I'm not doing that.
But I was saying to him.
Can I tell you something? They're going to have guns at your house. That's the one company I feel like don't play that.
Yeah, I feel like they don't play that either.
No, but I said to him, wouldn't it be crazy? We've talked about it ad nauseum. Power, Empire, a lot of the TV shows and stuff, especially the ones that focus on music or audio engineering that don't do a great job of representing it. A lot of the audio that we get from the stuff that we enjoy watching is not dynamically equal. Right. I said to him, I was like, why don't you make a device, apparatus or whatever, you connect to the TV, it's just a third party thing, you give it to a company, you have stake in it, whatever, and it's a dynamic controller. So, you know, for those IMAX movies that you get on Amazon, it's like, oh, damn, now I got to turn this shit down by like 30. Okay, cool.
You want to attach a limiter to my TV?
Basically.
Thank you.
But what I told him was, how many people are genuinely like, I gotta buy that?
They're just going to turn the volume up.
That's what I'm saying.
But can I be honest?
It's too like...
I think Bose probably has it already in their system.
No.
For real?
Sonos has it.
Yes, pardon.
And I do not like that limiter in those Sonos speakers. Sonos, so if... bro, it annoyed me so much I had to read into it. So long story short, it's about low end. It's not even about the volume. It's about more of the low end. If low end, if it's
overpowering it, then it'll bring it down.
It'll duck the whole thing. No, because what happens is sometimes I get the impression sometimes back like before.
Well, stop checking your mixes on the song.
I stopped. Because it was ruining my day. Because I was like, why is it ducking so bad? And I was like, nothing's hitting past zero. I was like, damn, is it too much low end? And then I read, and it was like, it's about low end. It's about how the low end is the limiter inside is attenuated. You can take it off, I think, but that's how everybody else is naturally going to hear on that Sonos.
Amen.
You got to play it at a certain volume if you got a lot of low end.
Guess what? At the end of the day, that's why we're the pro audio engineers, and not them dudes in the film industry.
What does that mean?
Compress your explosions, Michael Bay. That's all I'm saying.
No, he said he doesn't like that.
I know.
He doesn't want no compression.
It takes the audience member out the immersion, bro.
Yeah, real.
I'm not trying to reach for my remote.
I'm with him. I'm not gonna lie. Can I tell you what?
He's not wrong.
Second of all, I don't know if you realize, but there's a setting in most TVs that you can change it to dynamic.
Yeah,
or you can change it to just stereo speaker. So I've heard. I don't know how true this is. I don't understand. I think he said he doesn't have to have any limiter or compression on his the whole final thing because it takes away from the sound. Now, granted, I can understand that because the nuances of film when it comes to just the sound of things it's very nuanced. It's extremely dynamic. There's music, there's dialogue, there's sound effects, there's Foley. So in my head, I say, I do understand that as far as the art form. If Sweater was sitting here right now and he's like, yo, bro, for real, don't put such and such on my mix because I don't like the tone that it gives it, I have to respect the mix. So from an artistic standpoint, I gotta say, if this is how Michael Bay wants me to perceive his art, then that's how I'm supposed to listen to it. Granted, if it's not the best experience for me on my little crappy TV, he doesn't even wanted me to watch it on this crappy TV. He made it for Dolby Atmos or IMAX, for theater. So in my head, it's like, okay, cool. You sacrifice, the convenience of watching it on your cell phone versus and it makes me think about music when I be mixing and I be like, oh, it doesn't sound good at a cell phone. It's like I didn't mix it for you to hear it on this little crappy speaker.
That's why. But you see what I'm trying to get at.
I've been getting there.
See where I'm trying to get at.
Lately, I've been getting there.
I hear you. That's not the purpose it was created for. At the end of the day,
I didn't create my album for you to hear it.
But at the end of the day,
I'm not going to take away. I agree with him.
With Michael Bay.
I agree with him, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I agree.
I'm saying I understand, bro.
It's counterintuitive.
No, it's not.
Because when you think about it,
it's his art.
But also, I'm not saying it's not.
If a bomb right here, Courtney,
I hear you.
God forbid. Not even God. This is mad unrealistic. But if a bomb go off right here, God forbid, a bomb go off right here.
Type.
Mad wood.
You think there's a limiter in your ear that's gonna duck that? Or your ear's gonna blow in the smithereens.
I super hear you. I super hear you. I super hear you, right? But also too, let me ask Michael Bay this. After at best, the 6-month mark of your film, are the majority of the people that's experiencing your film for the first time experiencing it in the way that you originally intended them to?
Don't matter. Hey,
I don't think it matters.
Do home sales get me Oscars?
And
on top of the fact,
if that's what he cares about.
Can I be honest? they're streaming it, and a lot of people have Sonos Atmos, not Sonos setups
Killed
at
me.
the crib, so they
Killed me.
are
Yeah.
Killed
really
me.
expensive.
Good shit.
And double
Good shit.
double
Killed me.
time. They might not be. He might not be making it for the theaters anymore, gang.
That's true.
Killed
Because
me.
that's not primary, gang.
Yeah, world has
Killed me.
changed. I'm not
People
gonna
watching
lie.
it in AirPods. Yes, blow the speakers out of the AirPods.
Type. Also,
like Funk Flex. You think Funk Flex has a compressor on his bomb?
I don't think he's EQ'd that bomb for years.
At all.
I don't think he ever
And I
EQ'd
love
it.
it.
Yeah, he
It's
did.
not-
He
I
did.
would never.
He did.
If Funk Flex sent me his bomb to put on my song,
did.
I'm not EQing nothing.
Oh, I got it on one of my songs.
You do?
Yeah, on shout out Maji. It's a song called "Be on My Way." Out Maji.
Oh, that's what's up.
Produced
Shout out to
by
Maji.
He double bombed Drake one time.
Yes, he triple bombed. What you call it? Otis.
Word.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But yeah, this has been.
I missed that year.
the my audio, my studio.
Damn,
This
chop
has
his,
been my
chop his
studio-
feet off right there for
Yeah,
that
right.
one. Damn, that's
But
crazy.
this has been the My Studio Nerds podcast, the podcast for studio nerds like yourself. This might have been the last episode because hey, we just struck a deal for that fucking idea.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
For that
Anybody
price?
want us to help? Yo, we could develop that, bro. Word the mother.
Hey, man.
Continue.
And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for your chance to get one of our plugins, but like a nice version, like not the regular version you could buy. These are things that money can't buy. Also, become a member to support us. You get a lot of perks. We match the amount of money you spend with us in the store, so you literally have discounts anytime. You don't have to pay for plugins, and things of that nature. This has been the My Studio Nerds podcast, and remember, man, stop compressing your Foley.
Stop compressing your Foley is tears.